Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. Now tonight's pour is going to be a Hot Wheels themed painting, um, just because I want it to be. It's my channel, my painting, my time. I enjoy doing this. I was going to do just a regular painting and without anything on it, and I decided to go with the Hot Wheels painting. I do need to do another Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon painting. I've done two of those and they sell, so I need to really do another one. I have a show coming up in a couple, well, less than 2 weeks. No, it is it 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks from now, so I can get it done. But I just didn't feel like doing it tonight. So anyway, I'm doing the Hot Wheels. I haven't been in the studio for a while. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a little bit, but I'm getting back in. I've, just with some stuff going on in my personal life. Nothing bad, just, my son came in from out of town, brought his girlfriend. We hadn't met her yet. And so they were here for 4 or 5 days. And then, with a busy week at work and the daylight savings time messing with your body and stupid politicians. So I say that because Indiana changed it. We used to not have daylight savings time, or we didn't change our clocks. I don't know if we were, I don't know what did. But they had to change it for who knows why. They can't just let anything be. They got to mess with it. So anyway, so just really last week was just a really tiresome week for me. And so I didn't feel like painting at all. I don't even think I came down here. So I decided to come down tonight. Got back in the swing and everything. So I decided to go with this car, and it's actually a Yu-Gi-Oh on it. So it says Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if you can see that on this Yu-Gi-Oh logo, and it says Yu-Gi-Oh there, and it has a whatever dragon that is. I'm not really familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh. I know my son did collect some of their cards, and I think there was a cartoon or a series on. I think he watched that at some point, but I didn't watch. I don't really recall watching that one with him. I do recall watching Pokemon with him, and so I know more about Pokemon than I do about Yu-Gi-Oh. I think it's pretty much about the same thing, pretty close. I don't know. So anyway, so I picked this one because of the green. I did a green one, which is right up here, and it really turned out great. It had some metallic greens in it and some darker and lighter greens, and it just they look so much different in person than they do on the video and in pictures and all that stuff. So really getting it in the light and just looking at it closely, it just the greens are just really great. They're amazing. So I was thinking when I did that I need to do some more green ones. I don't do a ton of green ones. I do have a number. I was just looking at the walls, and I have, there's some kind of greenish ones there. I've got, I know you can't see these, but I'm looking at my walls, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I do a lot of greens. 5. There's at least 5 right in that corner out of 13 that have a lot of greens in it. Oh, maybe 6, maybe. Yeah. So anyway, and there's one over there. I got paintings everywhere. There's one up there that has some green in it. So I guess I do use greens, but so my car ones aren't that many green ones. So tonight, in the background, the negative space, I'm going to use a metallic green by Artist Loft. So that's my metallic green. And then I'm going to use some Master's Touch fluorescent green and Master's Touch phthalo green. I'm not going to pronounce the whole name. I can't pronounce it, actually. So I just call it phthalo. And then this car does have some blue in it. The dragon is blue. The wheel rims are blue. So I'm going to throw in some metallic blue from Artist Loft. And I will throw in some white, which is Artist Loft white as well. And of course I've mixed it with Floetrol made by Flood. And remember, when you buy this, get the latex based Floetrol. And I get mine at Menards. You can get it at other stores. I buy the gallons, not the quarts. I think I've told this in a number of videos. The gallons are between $13 and $14. I just bought a couple yesterday or the day before, and I was expecting the prices to go up, and it really wasn't. It was still 13 something. But if you buy the quarts, they were like $6 or $7. I think around $7. So you're paying $28 for a gallon if you buy it by the quarts instead of 13. So that's my tip of the day. It's free of charge, no charge on that. If you want to send me money for the tip, go right ahead. So I already got the canvas down. All I got to do is spread the paint out, and we'll get started. All right, I've already got the paint on here, the base paint. Sorry I don't film that anymore. It's just too boring. It takes too long, and it's basically just spreading it around. But I do take my palette knife and metallic paints, golds, silvers, and all the metallic blues, oranges, reds, greens, purples, and I usually make some lines to give it an extra pattern on it. That might be a little bit too much, I'm thinking, so I don't know. Maybe I'll smooth it out just a little bit. Just to get a few of the lines out of there. I don't want all those. Got a little crazy. I went a little crazy. So I'll still give it a kind of texture look without really having texture. So I'm gonna pour some green in there. Light green, which is olive green, or no, it's fluorescent green, that's what it is. And some blue on there. We'll get some white in there. kind of like it how it is. I don't know if I'm going to mess with it much at all. If I am at all. Sorry, I'm getting the car out. So this will go in right there. Got that blue, really matches that. I think it's going to look nice. I really like the cells forming right in here. I like this look, kind of almost a little swirl there. And then normally I would take this out all the way, so it's, but I kind of like that there and just that thin strip there. Like that little line right there. So I think I'm just going to keep it like this, and that's all I'm going to do to it. I'm going to give it a little bit more of a torch, and I'm just going to leave it like this. Now that happens every once in a while where just the blowing out really does give it a nice pattern. Usually I will tweak it and blow it out with a straw, do a little, you know, do the flame effects and get some lines going in it. But I think I'm going to keep it like this and just see how it turns out. Now the cells are really growing. There's a bunch back in here too. So yeah, I think I like that. So I'm going to keep it like that. So all we have to do is wait for this to dry. Hopefully it'll dry pretty much like this. The cells, I hope they don't get too much bigger. Sometimes they can really grow and push out the pattern that you have here, which I kind of want to keep that streak going right there. But, so hopefully those won't grow too much more. But yeah, you got a lot of nice intricate cells right in there. That's really nice. So hopefully that'll stay like that. There's some right in there. Hopefully those will come through. And we'll see how it does when it dries. Of course, when this dries, the screen will be, I think, a little bit darker when it dries. And then when it gets the resin on it, it'll really pull that out really good. So we'll have another great piece of when this one dries and gets resin. All right, so this is dried. It's dried fairly nicely. It's changed some, but it's still, I like how it excuse me, came out. So I'm ready to resin it and set the car in there. So I'm probably going to put it in about right there. About right there, I guess. We'll get it set in there. So this is a 10 by 20 canvas. I have the back taped, as you can see. I do have an instructional video. It's the video is not really great. It was kind of hard to film it by myself. I should have had my wife come down there and film it for me, but I did it in 2 different sessions. But it is shows you how to tape up the back and take it off once the resin is pretty much dried. So that video is out there. I had some requests on that. So, and I am using Pro Marine resin. I get this on Amazon. Is usually where I buy it. There's probably other places, but that's where I get it. I buy the 2-gallon kit, and it's like it's gone up. I think it might be $119 now for a 2-gallon kit, something like that. I had someone reach out to me the other day and asked me where I got it, so I took a screenshot of it. I think it was $119 for a 2-gallon kit. And for me, it lasts quite a bit. I can get quite a number of paintings out of it because I'm only using 7 ounces of resin. Now, 7 ounces out of 2 gallons will last a while because that's usually the size that I use in resin. I do resin a couple other larger ones, but not very often, so but this is the normal size that I usually, the majority of the time, I resin. So, as always, go to art. If you want to know how much resin to use on a canvas, any size canvas, you can go to Art Resin Calculator and that punch in the size of the canvas, and it will tell you the total amount of resin to put in to use. Now I say that's the total amount of resin, so these kits are 2 parts, hardener and epoxy. So you need to split that in half. So this one is 7 ounces. So I use 3.5 of epoxy and 3.5 of the hardener. And like I say, I buy these, you can either buy the cups with measuring on the side. It's kind of a clear cup. This one's one that I've used a number of times. This is, as you can see, it's dry in there. I also have a video on how to clean these out to where you can use them over and over again. But see how it has the ounces right here? So I can fill up to 3.5, and then to end up being 7, that'll tell you, that way you don't have to, it's really easy to measure out, basically. And so, again, I have a video on how to clean those out, so I use those over and over again. So there's a little video out there of that, so you can look at that if you want. And it's really helpful because I can get quite a few uses out of it, because if you don't clean it out every once in a while, because that resin hardens, because you can't get all of it out. I try to get as much out as I can, but you can't get it all out. And then when you set when you set your mixing cup off to the side while you're finishing up what you're doing with your resin, torching this here, it will drain down to the bottom of the cup, and then overnight or over time it will harden. So then you eventually get a build up and build up and build up to where it's a little bit harder to use the ounces on the side. You have to subtract how much buildup is on the bottom. So you clean it out and you can get multiple uses out of it. I used to just throw them away, and now I clean them out so I can use them over and over, which helps. They're not that expensive. I think these I got with my couple of the ones I've been using here lately. I've gotten with my Pro Marine kit, resin kit. They sent me 2 quart mixing cups and one 2.5 quart mixing cup, which I haven't even used yet. Actually, I think you get 1 each. No, you get 2 of the small ones, 1 of this size. So I have another large one here, but I think I got it in another kit. So, and when I first got them, I didn't realize it came with the kit, because they used to not. The kits I used to get were just the epoxy and the hardener. And I don't think I've actually ordered anything differently, but maybe they just started adding that to it. That's nice. It's nice to get. I mean, I think I was buying just regular cups, measuring cups with that same stuff. They're a little bit sturdier than the Pro Marine ones, but I kind of like the little bit more flimsy cups that Pro Marine gives. But I have one here. I got these at Menards, and they have the ounces on the side. Seeing it's a little bit sturdier, but not that much more. But I think they're like 97 cents or 96 cents, something like that. So they're $1 a piece, and that's not bad at all, especially if I can get them to last quite a while by cleaning them out. But I'll take the ones for free or with my order and use those as long as I can. All right, I don't know if the camera can really see this really well, but this, I use that metallic green, and it is really shiny, and this resin really pulls out the metallic part of it, and it's really awesome. So we'll see how that goes. Got a little something in there. Trying to see, I don't know where all these things come from. They're not there. And then they're there. I don't know if it's lint, just some dust in the air. I don't know if a lot of you, every place gets dust, but we live out in the country. I don't know, sometimes it just seems like we get a lot of dust. Now we do have a field on 3 sides of our house, but they haven't plowed it here recently. We are getting out of, I think we're finally in spring now, but it actually kind of sleeted today. It's cold and rainy. I'm actually supposed to be doing a car show tomorrow, or what, they canceled the car show. I have some paintings, some of these paintings hanging up in an art gallery, and they're putting on a car show as well, because the theme of the event was, all this month was transportation art. So I had some of these hanging up with some other pretty phenomenal artists with anything to do with transportation. So mine actually was not the only fluid artist there. There was one other one that had kind of a watery and beachy rocks. It was a round canvas or board, and it had rocks and then like a wrecked ship, and it was resin, and it was pretty awesome. So now we'll get ready to place this in. I think we're going to place it right there. I stuck my finger in the resin. I haven't done that in a while. I think that looks good right there. So, but anyway, the car show got canceled because of the weather. Here it is, the end of March. It's already in spring, and we're canceling because of possible snow tomorrow. Crazy Indiana weather. It was like 70 last week, in the 70s, and now it's, going to snow this week. So, but I will have I am teaching my class tomorrow on painting, the fluid acrylic class that I have. So that's going on, and the end of the show, so I got to collect all my paintings. I have like 10 paintings hanging up there. So I can't remember where I was going with that, but yeah, that was what's going on. No crazy weather. So I think we have a pretty decent piece. I think I was talking earlier when I was painting this that I don't do a lot of greens, but then I was looking around the room and I have a lot of paintings with greens on them. So I guess I do use greens quite a bit, but this one is really green, and I had done one earlier with greens and it turned out pretty well, and that's why I wanted to do another one. But I really like the blue and the white in this one. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment if you think that these are a good color combination, that it turned out well, and hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, shame on you. You should subscribe to my channel. So hit that subscribe button and join the family. And as always, thanks for watching.